Hi YouTube, welcome back to another episode of Victoria Smells. I am a novice who knows nothing about fragrance, just starting to get into the world of perfumes and smells and everything like that. So basically, I just acquire a whole lot of samples and I smell them and I try to describe them to the best of my abilities, but I learn more and more each time I make one of these episodes, whether I encounter a new scent or note, like a flower that I have never heard of before. I've been brushing up on definitions, vocabulary, so I'm hoping to get more knowledgeable as these episodes continue. I really do enjoy fragrance, perfumes, smelling stuff. I don't know if it's for the same reason I love to cook. I'm the type of person that can taste a seasoning or taste a sauce or even just smell a sauce and replicate it just like that. When I cook, it's all intuition. It's all just sensory input. I don't really follow recipes. So the world of fragrance is very similar. I'm just going off of what I smell, but I'm also still learning how to decipher these smells, or I have to learn the names of what it is I'm smelling. You know, I'll sit there and describe something as smelling like earthy or dirty or like soily, and it turns out I'm actually smelling something called like vetiver. I don't know what vetiver is, so I can't say, ooh, yes, I have notes of vetiver. I just keep saying things like dirty and soily and whatever. So that is something I'm enjoying learning. Like, oh, there is a name for this smell that I'm smelling. So let's get into it. Today I am doing a little Pinrose sample set. My husband got this for me. I was feeling a little under the weather. I was having a rough couple days. So he enabled me and got me this little like sample kit. It's all roller balls. I think I will yield more interesting results if I go into this blind, not knowing what any of these are supposed to smell like, and see if I can describe them, and then I'll pull it up and see if I'm actually correct. So we have 9 fragrances. I don't know where I'm gonna put them. I think if I'm very careful and just do the tiniest little samples on my skin, I think I can pull this off. I think I can get all 9 on my skin and hopefully smell them separately and not have crossing smells. So the first one will be Wild Child. I'm going to start up here, that way I can work my way down and I can roll my sleeve back down. So maybe my sleeve can cover some of that previous smell so that it won't interfere with the next smell. Okay, so the top notes. I'm learning so much about perfumes. The top notes are like the first thing you smell. It only lasts a couple of minutes. You can't really judge a perfume by its top notes because that will not remain. That disappears after a couple of minutes. The first whiff I get is very floral, maybe white florals. I feel like there is some kind of lily, like a gardenia lily or like a lily of the valley. There's definitely some florals in there, like a white kind of powdery floral. And I feel like that's all I get. I don't think I detect any fruits. I don't detect any citrus. I don't detect any berries. To me, it's just straight up floral. Okay, so as the top notes disappear and I'm getting into like the heart of it, I'm getting like a hint of warmth, like a maybe orange. Maybe there's like a little bit of like a bitter orange. So let's see what it's supposed to smell like. And am I going crazy or am I actually developing some olfactory intelligence here? Fragrance family, floral. Okay, so I'm not crazy. Top notes, tiara flower, bergamot, and freesia. Okay, so bergamot might be that little hinty hint of citrus that I thought I was smelling. The heart of it is jasmine, gardenia, and frangipani. So I was right about the gardenia lily. And the dry down is vanilla and amber. I don't smell vanilla yet. So maybe it just hasn't dried down enough yet. I can come back to it later, though. The next one is Secret Genius. Do the other side. Ooh, that's like a toasted marshmallow, or like a creamsicle, or a pina colada. There's something very creamy, sweet, caramelly, just right out of the bottle. Vanilla-y, caramelly, like candy. Like, this is definitely a I'm gonna butcher the pronunciation of this. A gourmand? The term you use to describe something meant to be eaten, like a cookie. I don't know what else could possibly be in there. Mandarin and bergamot are the top notes. I did not smell any citrus. My nose skipped right over the top notes and went straight into the heart, which is caramel, white chocolate, and jasmine. The dry down is vanilla, cedarwood, and sandalwood. So I don't know how much time has to pass for you to be smelling the dry down notes and not the heart notes. Maybe each perfume is different, but I am already starting to smell the sandalwood. Maybe I'm only smelling it because I read that I'm supposed to be smelling it. Maybe I should wait a little bit longer before I look up what the notes are and see if my nose will detect it without being told. But since I'm smelling so much vanilla, let's go back to Wild Child, which was supposed to be a dry down of vanilla, and see if it smells like vanilla. No, in comparison to Secret Genius, Wild Child is very, very floral, and Secret Genius is like vanilla. But we're gonna roll the sleeve down, and hopefully those previous fragrances will not interfere with the next ones that I'm going to apply. Tambourine Dreamer. This has a sunblock smell, an SPF smell, and I don't mean in the beachy coconut way. I mean in like the zinc oxide kind of way. Like an unscented sunblock. Wow, that's weird. I guess that means to me it smells clean. I don't want to say powdery because it's so easy to call anything powdery. So it wants to be clean, green, powdery. It wants to smell like rain. It wants to smell like grass. There might be white florals, like, that same kind of like white lily family. A little bit of salt, maybe. Now I'm going to be good, and I'm going to wait just a little bit longer and see if the dry down smells any different before I look it up. It smells like the beach, but not a tropical fruity beach. It smells like the beach where I grew up. My parents' house is in Long Beach, New York, and so I grew up 2 blocks away from the Atlantic Ocean. It has that salty smell, but also the smell of like the green grasses, like the beach grass that grew up from the sand dunes. Okay, the dry down is a little more floral. When it first hit, it was like really powdery, really fresh, really like an aquatic maybe. But the dry down is more floral and earthy. So it is possible that I'm smelling things like sandalwood or something, but I don't know what that is yet. I still don't know how to pick it out of a fragrance, but we're gonna see what it's supposed to smell like, and we're gonna see if I was close or if I was way out, like in another ball field. Fragrance family, fresh floral. Top notes are bergamot, violet leaves, and orange blossom. The heart is lily of the valley, lemon verbena, jasmine petals, and whispering bellflower. The dry down is white musk, cedarwood, sandalwood, and ylang ylang. Okay, so I think that is progress. I think I'm getting better at picking out certain smells. So, when I first smelled it, the top notes, I was like, this is very like fresh and green. From what I've been reading and from what I remember in my research and studying, violet leaves are like a key ingredient to get that green smell. Like almost anything that has like a fresh green smell, you almost always get that from violet leaves. And orange blossom, even though you hear the words orange blossom, you think, oh, I should be smelling oranges. Orange blossom does not smell like oranges. It is floral. And yes, cha-ching, I was correct when I said I smell like a white floral, like a lily. Lily of the valley is in there. Jasmine petals, to me, is just like a perfume smell. Like when I drink jasmine tea, I joke that I'm drinking perfume. I just need more practice. I need to know what jasmine by itself smells like. But to me, it is that like clean, just perfume smell. And the dry down does have sandalwood. Remember how I said like, oh yes, now it's getting a little more earthy. I might be smelling sandalwood, but I don't know how to pick it out of the crowd. That was a good guess. I think I'm learning. I've only done like 3 episodes of smelling different perfumes, but in combination with all the research and studying I've been doing, like I think I could be a good perfumer, maybe. I think I have the potential to develop my senses to get good at this. Okay, yay! Next one, Treehouse Royal. Or Royal, I didn't see. Treehouse Royal, okay. So excited. Like, I kind of know what I'm talking about now. Okay, so there's a fruity smell in here for sure. Oh, what is that smell? I don't want to reach for the low-hanging fruit, literally, and say that it's orange, but there is some kind of citrus note in there. This smells like a gin and tonic with a lot of lime juice, or like a gin gimlet. This has a citrusy smell to it, but I also smell like mimosa. I'm getting cocktail vibes. So anything that goes into like a bright, fresh, fruity cocktail, some of those ingredients, please, there's got to be some note in there that you would find in like a cocktail. But I feel like I'm also getting fig. I could be full of shit, but there's a fig. There's a sweeter, less acidic fruit also in there, trying to balance it out, I think, to cut the acidity. Like I smell acid, but I also smell something bitter that's trying to cut the acid. If I really like take a deep inhale, if I really like suck it in, I get like a soapy smell, like a dish soap, like lavender, maybe. And as it dries down more and more, it's moving farther away from those fresh, bright, fruity notes and getting closer to like softer, lavender, powdery, floral. Oh, come on, this smells like something I've smelled before. What is that? Like dial soap. Like what do they use in dial soap? Like in the straight up orange dial antibacterial hand soap. We're gonna look it up. You guys, I'm so happy. Okay, fragrance family, citrus and woods. Top notes, bergamot, which is that citrus oil. Cassis, pear, and fig. Did I not say fig? I'm getting so smart. My nose is getting so smart. And then the heart of it, jasmine, celery, frickin' celery. Remember how I said there's something in there. There's something bitter that is in there to cut it. Celery. Celery is bitter. Violet leaves, lily of the valley, white peony, and the dry down, which I don't think we have gotten to yet because I'm not smelling much of these smells. Bourbon vanilla, Haitian vetiver, moss, precious woods and musk. You don't know how happy this makes me. Like I'm just from researching and reading and exposing myself to all these smells, like I'm actually like getting good at picking out, like, who would think of fig? Who would smell something and go, "Oh, there's fig in there." But my nose was like, that might be fig. I'm gonna be a perfumer now. I decided. Well, it would probably take a couple more months or years of studying before I could actually become a perfumer. But this is definitely a hobby that like makes me happy, and I feel like it is also artistic and creative. And most of you might not know this. I am a ballet dancer. That's what I trained most of my life to do. I do make a career off of performing and teaching, but you know, my body is going to break down at some point. So if I ever get to a point in my life where like my body just can't do it anymore, this is like another creative outlet that I will have. And if I can get good at it the same way I'm good at cooking, maybe I can make my own little side business and I'll make and sell perfumes. Maybe. I'm getting ahead of myself, but I am actually very excited that I was able to nail some of those smells. All right, Merrymaker next. This is difficult. This one is difficult. Oh man. That's difficult. Oh wow. That one, ooh. I don't know. This one, I feel like there has to be vanilla in there, although it's not a top note. That's not the first thing that punched me in the face, but I feel like there is some kind of vanilla musk amber in there, making it smell warm. Oh, this is so difficult. Oh, man. I want to say bergamot. I mean, bergamot seems to be in most of the Pinrose smells that I've smelled so far, but I do get a little hinty hint of citrus, and I feel like bergamot is the go-to citrus smell. There's something in there that smells familiar to me, like in the 90s and 2000s when I went to Bath and Body Works and would just smell everything. Is it pear? Is there a pear smell in here? Like there's like a honey pear, honeysuckle. It doesn't smell like straight up honey, but it smells like something that would have the word honey in it, like honeysuckle or a honeyed pear, or it's one of those like soft, wet, fruity flavors. It's not a berry. I don't smell berries. The citrus is there a little bit, but it's kind of gone. It's a neutral, like watery or bland kind of fruit. So I don't know, maybe that's why my brain is saying pear or like a plum, you know, what is it? Stone fruit, like a stone fruit. There's a stone fruit in there. Or peach maybe? No, not peach. Peach is a very distinct smell to me. I feel like I would know if there was peach in here. The sweet pea? Oh, I don't know. This is so hard. And I'm so nervous about looking this one up. Just by looking at the picture, I feel like I was so close. I was so close. Fruity floral, nectarine, grapefruit, bergamot. Didn't I say that? Didn't I say bergamot? And didn't I say some fruit, some like neutral, watery kind of fruit? Nectarine, pepper, grapefruit, bergamot, cassis, peppermint, leafy greens. And in the heart of the fragrance, freesia, jasmine, violet, okay, so, we're gonna learn a thing today, because I don't know I don't know how to pronounce this. I don't know what it is. I'm gonna look it up. We're gonna learn a thing. Rose, clary sage. I see clary sage all the time. That's another thing that we're gonna look up. And plum. Didn't I say plum? I said plum. Oh my god. Tonka bean, which to me, I think in my brain is vanilla. I don't know if tonka bean and vanilla are the same smell, but I know they are often used together. Maybe when I said, ooh, there might be some kind of vanilla in there, maybe I was smelling the tonka bean. I would have to smell tonka bean and then smell vanilla separately and then like understand the differences, but my understanding is they are frequently used together. Cedarwood, musk, moss, and vetiver. Okay, so I'm gonna look up mugwort. And I don't know, and I'm gonna look up clary sage.
Muguet.
Muguet. Okay, so it's basically lily of the valley, and now I also have to look up clary sage, and I hope I've been saying it correctly, because how else would you pronounce that?
Clary sage.
Okay, so clary sage, I was correct. And it is a short-lived herbaceous perennial in the genus Salvia. It seems like the smell is extracted from the leaves. Widely used for medicinal purposes and a lot of aromatherapy, blah, blah, blah. And there is a lot of controversy as to what it smells like. Some farmers are saying that it smells like cat pee. Or dirty socks. There's one website that says it smells like lavender, but with leathery and amber nuances. Most people say it stinks. So my guess is that they were trying to get like an earthy, woody, maybe even like animalistic kind of smell. But we just learned 2 new things. And it's like every time I learn one of these things, I absorb it. It's staying. My brain likes this material. Why does my brain like certain information more than other things? I don't know, but I'm not questioning it, because retaining all of this information will make me a better perfumer if I ever decide to embark on that journey. Next up is Pinrose. Just straight up Pinrose. So I'm going to have to assume it smells like roses. Bulgarian rose, Turkish rose, I don't know. They'll probably balance it out with some kind of white floral. Or like a berry. Like a currant berry or something. That's strong. Oh, wow. I smelled... Oh, that's actually like really peppery. That's like really... That's got some spice to it for a rose perfume. Ugh. I mean, we'll let it dry down a little bit before I judge it. But my last episode, I was smelling a whole sampler set by Ellis Brooklyn, and they had a rose smell. That's literally what it was called, rose, with 2 R's. And I smelled it, and it smelled like straight up roses, like a really soft, fresh, like romantic smell. This is aggressive. I am very, very sensitive to peppery, spicy smells. And it's not just because, like, I'm a white girl and, like, I can't handle spicy. I can actually handle spicy foods very well. I love heat. I love curry. But my issue with black pepper is, when I was a child, probably, like, 3-ish, 4-ish, I mean, I was definitely verbal. I wanted to know how a pepper grinder worked. I was very intrigued about, like, how is it that you twist this device and then, like, magical, like, black fairy dust comes out the bottom. So me being a stupid little kid, I pick up the pepper grinder, I look under it, and I twist it, and black pepper goes up my nose and into my eyes and in the back of my throat, and it was a very traumatic experience, and ever since then, I don't particularly like cooking with black pepper. I have a very strong aversion to black pepper, anything that smells peppery. So that is why you will always see me make a face at something that is spicy or peppery. I cannot do pepper. So now that it has dried down a little bit, it's still it's still very strong. It is still giving me that sick feeling in the back of my nose, but it's more powdery now. It's more like a baby powder now. There might be a little bit of vanilla in there. It almost smells Christmassy, like a ginger or an anise or a licorice or a clove. For a fragrance that's called Pinrose, I'm not smelling a whole lot of rose. Let's see. Ugh, the back of my throat feels gross. Top notes, anise. What did I just say? Ilemi, I don't know what that is. A new thing we're going to look up. Raspberry. The heart, Bulgarian rose, Turkish clove. Did I just say clove? Clove. Iris. The dry down is patchouli, labdanum, don't know what that is. Benzoin, I don't know what that is, but I feel like that is the powdery smell I was talking about. Ambergris, which I just learned is like a salty, musky smell that was traditionally found in whale guts, or it was like old calcified whale poo-poo or something, but apparently they made like a vegan version of it. Vanilla and musk, which I did detect. So I think I did a good job, but we need to look up what Ilemi is, and I want to look up what labdanum is. We'll ask Google. What is Ilemi?
Elemi.
Oh, Elemi. Elemi. Okay. Elemi. They're saying that it's like a fresh pine needle, green, clean, citrusy, with coriander undertones.
Labdanum.
Okay, labdanum. It's actually a pretty cool looking flower, but labdanum is a sticky brown resin that is obtained from the shrubs of the flower. Amber, animalic, and what do they mean by that? To some people, animalic smells like bad breath. Some people get cat pee or body odor. Animalic fragrances also fall into the skanky genre. They're made of animal-derived musks. Civet. Okay, civet is an animal that I think is where they get it from. But nowadays, they are made synthetically to not hurt the animals. Great, good. I want to look up a civet real quick. A small, lean, mostly nocturnal mammal native to tropical Asia and Africa. And what does civet smell like? Civet is a soft, almost liquid material. It is pale yellow when fresh, darkening in the light and becoming salve-like in consistency. Its odor is strong, even putrid as a pure substance, but once diluted, it is pleasantly sweet and aromatic. That sounds like cat pee to me, you guys. Like, why are you hunting civets when you could just have a pet cat? Although, luckily for me, my cat is a perfect angel and never pees anywhere he's not supposed to pee. Ugh. It is naturally the byproduct of the anal glands of the exotic civet cats. They're technically not cats. I don't know what it is with fragrance people and wanting to smell like pee and poop. Like, why are you squeezing the butts of animals? Just rub shit on yourself. Rub your own shit on yourself. Why do you want to smell like salty whale poo-poo? I don't get it. Just like, have a dog lick you and smell like dog breath. That's basically like the easiest, cheapest way to do it. Maybe it's like a rich people thing. I don't know. I don't understand it. 3 more. This one is called Gilded Fox. Starting to run out of arm, but I think we'll make it. Okay, like a really chemically butterscotch smell. Like somebody mixed butterscotch and licorice pastels. You know those licorice pastel candies? They're like these really long, skinny, pastel-colored pellets, and there's like chewy licorice inside, but it has like a candy, just like a sugar coating. There's also something else in there that smells familiar, but I can't name it. I can't figure out what it is, and it's another one of those things. I'm going to kick myself when I read it, but I'm going to try. I'm really going to try to smell it. Smell all the things before I look it up. Oh, God, that's bad. Ugh. Why would anyone want to smell like that? Okay, let's give it some time to dry down. Give it a chance. Give it a chance. You can't judge a perfume by its top notes. Ugh. It's giving me that, like, dry feeling in the back of my throat. That peppery feeling that I hate. Although I don't think it's peppery. It's similar. It's in the spice family, but it's not as egregious as black pepper, but it's still egregious. Ginger, like, it smells like some kind of candy that, like, an old lady would keep in her purse. It's like old lady candy. Like, some European Meemaw has, like, a weird butterscotch violet candy in her purse. And, like, it doesn't even taste good anymore. It just tastes like purse lint. Ugh, it's sweet, but, like, not good sweet. Focus, Victoria. We're gonna try to find something. We gotta find something. I feel like a dog. The spiciness is going away, and I'm being left with, like, woody smells. I don't think my nose is sophisticated enough to differentiate between sandalwood and cedarwood yet. Pine? Pine sap? But I usually like the smell of pine. Come on, Victoria, pick something. Cinnamon? I'm just gonna barf out scents. Clove, anise, poinsettia flower. Don't ask me where that came from. There is something Christmassy in there. Ginger, cardamom. I don't even know if I know what cardamom smells like. Turmeric? I don't know. I don't know. Everything in the spice rack, but sweet. Like, somebody took some marshmallows and poured clove, ginger, turmeric, and trees and dirt in the bowl, mixed it up. Earl Grey, some kind of black tea. If there is a fruit in there, it's gotta be some, like, boring, gross, dry fruit, like a dried fig or a dried coconut. Maybe. Okay, let's look this bitch up. Ugh, I'm getting nauseous from all this smelling. I don't have a headache. I don't get headaches from smelling smells, but, like, it is starting to make me a little nauseous. Top notes: cocoa spice, coffee, cardamom, black pepper, bergamot. And those are just the top notes. Okay, but for real. The heart: neroli, iris, jasmine, clove, rose, and the dry down is buttered rum, vetiver, cedar, musk, caramel, and amber. I think I passed the olfactory intelligence test. Accept me to perfume school now, please. Whoa. That's a lot. That's a lot of stuff I don't like. God, no wonder I'm nauseous. Look at me, I'm sweating. I'm getting all red and sweaty. Ugh. That was sensory overload. I did not like that one at all. Okay, there's only 2 more, and unfortunately my sleeves kind of fell down my arms, so I feel like my sleeves are kind of gonna adulterate all the rest of the skin on my arms, so I'm just gonna do the back of my hands for these last 2. Back of my hands don't smell like anything. Pillowtalk Poet. I'm gonna have to guess this is gonna be like a fresh linen smell, but also mixed with, like, a warm, musky, sleepy smell. I could be wrong. Wow, it almost doesn't smell like anything. Unless I've reached the limit now. I've gone nose blind. That Gilded Fox just ruined my nose. It's got that soapy, baby powdery, detergenty smell. It does have a little bit of, like, a green smell, like a fresh green smell. So, like, I don't know, what are the flowers that they put in fresh smells? Freesia, lily, violet leaves, jasmine, patchouli, It might have that benzoin smell that I mentioned before, which I never looked up. I never confirmed if it was a powdery smell. So let me look that up real quick. Benzoin is a resin that has a smooth vanilla scent, a little smoky, a little cinnamon. Oh, I'm getting so many different answers. People are saying it smells like vanilla, and other people are saying it does not smell like vanilla. It's just fresh and powdery, and it's really, really subtle. Like, it's not strong at all. So I guess you could say the sillage is very weak. Like, you would not smell this unless it was right up under your nose. I'm too impatient to dick around with this one. Fragrance family, powdery floral, top notes, powder and geranium, heart, ambergris, clove leaf, dry down, musk, amber, and sandalwood. Okay. It's forgettable and I don't really care. And the very last one is Cuddle Punk. Last one. No. It's that licoricey, black peppery, all the nopes. That's all the nopes. All the nopes that I hate. Nope. Oh, no, it's so bad. It's so gross. Ugh. Black licorice, anise, black peppery grossness. No. Get it away. Ugh. Why did we have to end on such an awful note? It's so bad. Oh, God. I don't want to smell it. I don't want to smell it. It's so strong. I'm keeping my hand so far away and I can still smell it. Oh, God. I have to wash this off immediately. This smell makes me sick. Who would want to smell like this? I don't want to. God, I can taste it. Do it for YouTube. Okay, thankfully, the most egregious part, the top notes, have dried down a little bit. It's still bad. It's still horrible. Oh, that's weird. I don't know. This broke my nose. I can't smell anything anymore. Ginger, some kind of pink flower. I feel like there is some kind of edible thing in there, whether it's caramel or chocolate or like white chocolate. I can't tell if there's a fruit in there. Thankfully, the dry down is getting kind of like vanilla-y, musky, ambery. But this does not smell like somebody I would want to cuddle with. Oh, okay. No, I get it now. I get it. It just clicked. Cuddle Punk. So cuddly, like the warm vanilla, musky, cozy, like, you know, something edible, maybe caramelly, but maybe not. It might just be vanilla and musk. But leather. They want this to smell like this, like a studded leather jacket. It smells like a punk, like a guy that wears a studded leather jacket and is cuddling with you. So yes, okay. So like leathery, spicy, musky, tobacco-y, but then also like the vanillas or the caramels or whatever. Okay, all right, I get it. If not for the name, if not for the words Cuddle Punk, I might not have put that together. Oh, it's a punk that wears a leather jacket. Okay, now I get it. I have to be right. I have to be right. If I'm wrong, I'm gonna flip this whole freaking table with my laptop. I have to be right. Top notes. Not gonna lie, I did not smell any of these top notes, so I did not nail any of it. Apricot, pineapple, coconut, cypress, grapefruit, lemon, rosemary, peach, and orange. No, I did not smell any of that. I did not smell any of that at all. No. The heart is pipe tobacco, jasmine, freesia, rose, mimosa, and cedar. The dry down is vanilla, saffron, patchouli, and musk. Thank God that's over. I'm gonna go wash my arms now. So that's it. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for learning with me. Thank you for watching my senses get assaulted. I really do love doing this, and I really love learning, and I think this is something I could be good at if I just practiced and studied and researched. If I could craft perfume even like as half as well as I could cook, oh, forget it. I'd be the next, what's her name? Laura Slatkin, the woman that founded Nest. I love Nest, by the way. I think my next episode is going to be all Nest. So thank you again for joining, and I think I am now obligated to end these Victoria Smells episodes with smell you later. Oh God, kill me.